Hey friends, it's Carly, and today I wanted to share an oldie but goodie technique with you that I have recently rediscovered. Ink smooshing. Ink smooshing uses water-reactive inks, water, and a slick surface to transfer the inks and create a background. There are 3 surfaces in my craft room that I like to use for this. The first is acetate. We all have a spare bit of plastic laying around, right? So it's a great way to try this technique. To smoosh, just add a little ink to your acetate, mist with water, and then apply to your cardstock. The flexible nature of the acetate lets you shape your design. You can kind of stamp, basically, with the acetate onto your cardstock. While the first color is still wet, you can apply additional colors and let them blend. Or I like to heat set in between any really light and dark colors or any colors that might mix and make mud, like red and green. You can also apply a second layer of color after that first one is dry to really bump up the intensity of the color. And after ink smooshing with the Stamp Market colors here, I have just stamped a background on top to create a card, and I love how it turned out. Now, a second surface that it's fun to smoosh with is an acrylic block. This block has an etched grid on one side, so I'm going to use the other smooth side. And I love the size of this. It fits really nicely on an A2 card panel. I'm applying my ink, lightest color first on the block. Then I'm going to mist it with water until it kind of beads up a little bit and I can tell that it's nice and wet. Then I'm going to turn it over and basically stamp down, hopefully in the middle of my cardstock there. Now, to keep my block from dripping all over the place when I remove it, I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes with some blocks on top to kind of press that ink down. And then we can see when I pull it up, I do get one big drip there. I'm just going to mop it up, and then next time I'll be a little more patient maybe and wait a little bit longer. I love how the block shapes the background. They're so easy and pretty to make, and then you don't need much to turn it into a card. Maybe just a die-cut sentiment and a little sentiment strip. Now, the third surface I like to use for ink smooshing is my Misti. My Misti is always on my desk anyway, and that door is just asking to be inked up, right? So I just apply ink, mist with water, and press down. The Misti door has a little bit of flex to it, so you can press it down slightly to meet the cardstock, or you can also put multiple pieces of cardstock in there and kind of bump it up and shim it, and then that will make it closer to the lid. When you shim it, you can get a little bit more color all the way across the panel if that's what you're going for. Or you can kind of shim in strategic places so that only certain areas bump up really close and kind of create a pattern that way. Just lots of fun options there, guys. Now, in between the red and the pink shades, before the greens, is a good time to heat set so you don't get too much mud. I did get a little tiny bit there, but I just cleaned it up with a paper towel. And I love how this card looks like Christmas without even any images that are Christmas. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something in today's video. There's more information on my blog. And of course, if you like what you saw today, please give me a thumbs up or let me know and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day and happy crafting.